or is it very high? Or is it very, very high? In other words, how high is up? How small is small? How big is big? They got into descriptive words. They got into modifications. And how did they do that? By removing the preposition or removing an article. And by taking one of these two conditions out of the formula, they made a presumption. And the presumption now turned into a modification. And a modification became a change became a motion. A motion is an action, and an action goes into a verb. So if I take this with this pen, of this pen, or for this pen, and I call it the pen, I drop my preposition, and I'm only using the article. Standing up here and saying that the is going to be my command of this pen, and I don't ask for anyone else's opinion in this room, and I say, you will believe this to be a pen. I've just turned my opinion into a modifier, and that modifier makes this a verb. And this is how the government has words was a crime, was an obstruction. Your strap is on your strap. We had to prove, like Wasilewski said to me, he says, you're right, Dave, all you got to do is prove it. He says, you have to prove it in such a level that it's mathematically certified. So we had to take both math and English and put them together as a marriage. We had to find out the math interface of language through adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. And then put those into a linear equation and take that linear equation and identify all the words. Then put that into a program that was comprehensive. And take that comprehensive program and advertise it worldwide. So that no scholar on this planet in any language or in any part of history could upseat it, turn it upside down, cheat it in any way, shape, or form. We've done 305 seminars across the United States, Fiji, Guadalcanal, Kuala Lumpur, Korea, Australia, Europe, Canada, Mexico. And no one has ever been able to defeat this technology. The legal profession has 2,000 attorneys that have a full-time job in 20 countries to defeat this technology. And they have been working for almost 42 months now. And they haven't defeated one sentence, one argument that this technology has brought forward. Every government on this planet has certified it. The World Court at The Hague voted unanimously, and we won a $400 billion judgment against 60 lawsuits here in the United States for genocide and apartheid. And in March of this year, the United States Treasury, the United States government, paid The Hague $400 billion, which they took from Social Security, to pay off debt, to remove the lien against the United States so they could get on the new World Court. Because the World Court said that anybody debt who had broken the law, didn't pay their fine, could not be on the new ICC, International Criminal Court. So the United States paid the $400 to remove the lien against the United States from the World Court and get on the ICC. That money was then transferred to Lloyd's of London for insurance underwriting. And the underwriting from that technology has now been fraction banked and sent worldwide. That $400 billion has turned into over $2 trillion in international new money in the last 18 months. We won this case on August 24th, 2001 at The Hague. And the money wasn't paid for an additional 6 months. That's when the United States was squeezed into a position. Currently, 177 countries are endorsing the new ICC, International Criminal Court, to support this technology and the effects it will have on this planet, to rewrite every treaty, trust, and constitution on this planet. 3 years ago, we developed a constitution. It was written in prepositional phrases, had 88 paragraphs. It was a constitution to articulate the procedures by which a constitution must be written. It was a constitution that had no subject matter. It was an 88-paragraph procedural guideline so that constitutions could be written from that. And Hawaii was the first country, because it was a sovereign nation, to go ahead and create a new quantum constitution. It's roughly 150 pages long. And they filed it at The Hague. And the Hague voted, all 21 judges at The Hague voted unanimously. The Hawaiian people have in fact developed an in the truth quantum mathematical constitution, frontwards and backwards, that every sentence written in the circle says the same thing. That there is, they have a Bill of Rights, they have a treaty, they have a, what we call a federal Title 42 lawsuit, which deals with civil rights. The civil rights supports the Constitution of values. They have a graph, a mathematical graph of values that bring their Constitution into now time. And on July 1st, 2002, President Bush said that he will not address the sovereignty issue of Hawaii. And they won their case at The Hague. The people of Hawaii, there's 180, roughly 180, 185 full-blooded Hawaiians that exist on this planet that are under this Constitution. And they have their sovereignty from all other nations, including the United States. Because they have a charter, a constitution that is mathematically certified frontwards and backwards. And no fiction country can infringe upon the full blood for the islands of their existence. Because they never gave it up their independence, never gave up their identity. And now that they know how to read and write in quantum and mathematical truth, and certify the Constitution to that effect, they are in fact the first sovereign people on this planet that have a charter to identify who they are and what is required of them. Now the prepositional phrase is a condition of an accuracy to make every noun that level of accuracy, that 1 in 900 definitions. If we remove something and we put it into the past, it doesn't have now-time jurisdiction. If we take something and we put it into the future, it has no now-time jurisdiction. And a conjunction is neutral. Now here's how the numbering code works. Adverbs come before verbs, one comes before two. Adverbs come before adjectives, one comes before three. Adjectives come before pronouns, three comes before four. A preposition always precedes an article, which precedes a noun. And 5, 6, and 7 are a sequence. So the three of these are identical, because unless you have a preposition in an article, you don't have a noun. So this is a package. The past always comes before the future, same as 8 comes before 9. And the neutrality of and, which is what we call a conjunction, has no value, so it has a 0. The mathematical procedures here are natural occurring event of numbers to identify the procedures of language. And when you identify the procedures of language, you know what the exact definition is of the word. Yes?
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
The first one is that if quantum theory can be applied to all languages, all 5,000.
Right. All 5,000 languages apply, and it's already been proven as such.
Okay. And the second one is that like, so if we take the dictionary and all the words in the English language, and they're already identified, like say in the dictionary by adjective, adverb, whatever.
Right.
And we can use this to write a sentence that way. I'm not sure if I'm saying that.
Okay. We have a letter from Daniel Webster written in 1828. It says the bastardization of the English language was the greatest crime I could commit against the American people. I have to make a living.
Okay.
And so the Webster's Dictionary, along with all other dictionaries on this planet, have been a condition of modification. Now, modification deals with 4 directions.